Hello guys, it's Mama of 3 Under 3 back here with season 2, episode 1. Let's call them episodes now. We've moved on to parts because it looks like the engagement is growing and one or two are getting some sort of light from this. Others are reliving, those who, the inner circle who knew, and others don't know where you are, but yeah. So yeah, we move on to Mashura ananganaitwa na Mark. Yeah, and the police were now at the property attending to us. The police take me upstairs to a separate bedroom and they're like, right, Rutendo, what's going on? What's the situation? Give it to us. And I'm like, listen, officer, I'm mother to these 3 babies and I am reached a point where I'm struggling. I've had no family and I need to be a better parent for my kids, and I cannot do it in this environment, and my relationship has reached a breakdown with my husband and we're not meeting, so I need out. And my mother came and she's leaving today, and I made a decision to take the kids and her and with his family and just start fresh. And in father of my kids learning about this, he's gone ballistic, and all of a sudden he is saying I cannot take his children away, where I'm taking them to be safe. He's been there, he knows, and I don't know why he's being like this. He's called the airport and given them their flight number, names of the children, passport numbers, and strictly informed that these children cannot leave the country. So I don't know now. I don't want to go to the airport and then end up being not allowed to go and I lose tickets I've already paid for, and I really have nothing more. So I just want for you to solidify that it's fine, and to correct things at the airport or whatever. I can show you birth certificates, I can and yeah, this officer let me go on and pour out, and I just thought, yeah, it's procedure. And then it's like, okay, Rutendo, so these children, they're British. I'm like, yes, officer, they're British. 2 were born here, 1 was born there, but automatically British because of that. Okay, Mrs. Mapara, I am sad to inform you that Dad is right. I'm confused. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yes, Dad has power not to consent, and he does not consent that his children leave the country, and having that they're British, Dad is British. That's it. The British cannot leave the country without full consent of Dad. Broken is an understatement. Disbelief, fury, anger. Yeah, I just walked out the house. I couldn't believe what was going. It seemed like it was it seemed like it was a movie. Anyway, I go out and I decide, to take a walk, and and then I rang 1 or 2 friends to say, yo, this is what's going on. Can you believe this is the situation right now? The police are at the property and they're actually going along with Kodza saying they can't leave. Like, Am I supposed to drown? Are they okay with me just drowning? What do I do? I was at a point where, at the brink where my mental health is, so do I save me? Or do I just walk out and leave my children? I walk out of my children that God gave me the privilege to take care of, my responsibility. And when I left the property, he had then said, yeah, you can go with the boys. You and your mother go with the boys. I'm staying with Mati. Mati is not going anywhere. And I'm like, what do you mean? How can you split, Rana? Does it even make sense? Okay, what said I was split? So why would you now stay with the girl child? Like what sense is it making? Like you're always at work. You're constantly at work. Like you don't have the time. Like, what do you mean? And adding a bit of salt to it. Like, I know my situation. No one probably has an answer right now. And I call a friend who tells me, Sago Cheta say. Guys, sometimes let's be careful. Like when people are, it's better Kongodina, I'm listening, I hear you, and Tumbomira would tell if we don't even know. Like I get it, but till this day, it's the dagger in my heart. Anyway, that's not important, but that's something I just wanted to guys, yeah. So anyway, I come back to the property and Kota has written his affidavit and consent for the boys, and he's put his foot down that Laval Mati is not going anywhere, and yeah. I didn't know if I was like walking out of my child's life, and what would people even say? Like, what am I doing? But I knew that I needed to save me. I wasn't okay, and it's like, yeah. I do not wish this upon anyone. Coco, Rutendo, just do what you need to do, and I say to it, staying is not an option. I know that he's a good father to the children. He will take care of her, and he loves his baby girls. He loves his kids. He loves his children. But I knew to be a good parent, a good mother, I had to fix me. So I made the hard decision to leave with the boys and to leave Mati. To me, it was like walking away from my girl's life. Like it was the toughest decision. Excuse me. But it had to be done. And I made it, and yeah, he drove out with Mati. Our Uber was due to arrive, and yeah, we left with the boys. And I left my baby girl, not knowing anything or what I was doing. Right, guys, I'll catch you on episode 2 of season 2. Cheers.